Well, welcome back to the World of Tanks with Mad Dog the First here, and just recently picked up the Panzer IIIK, and it's currently available for the first time on the NA server for about 12 bucks. It's been sitting on the game file since forever, and just kind of looking at it, looks to me like it's in HD. Check the road wheels. Yep, those look round. Yeah, stupid garage. Stupid sucker mode garage. I can't stare at the gun. Alright, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at a Panzer III hull with a Panzer IV turret and gun. Now, as soon as I can find the survivability. Alright, Panzer III hull, you normally have a 50 millimeter here, 50 millimeter here, 20, 30, 10. It's just got so many holes in it. It's almost amazing that armor work. That thing counts as armor. So, but on the Panzer IIIK, you got a solid 50 millimeter armor all across the front here. There's no real holes. Now, got supposedly 50 millimeter rear armor. Who cares? One big downside with Panzer III and I believe with the Panzer IIIK and I believe with the Panzer III is you only have 30 millimeter side armor. So just about anything hitting your side is going in. Of course, we got a tier 5. We got a tier 5 German tank here, which means frontal shots to the lower plate, you lose your engine. Side shots toward the front, you lose your engine. Rear shots, you lose your engine. Side shots into the center, you lose the ammo rack. Hey, I can't explain it, it just happens. Okay, transmission here, okay? I'm done explaining. Now I mount vents, gun rammer, and planning on mounting coated optics. To boost the view range. Now, let's just kind of look up at the power to weight. You get almost 13, and depending on what you mount, you might be looking closer to 12 power to weight. So it's very weak. We have a 300 horsepower engine, 20% chance of fire, and I checked this earlier. Yes, this is a much heavier engine than the Panzer III top engine, while maintaining less horsepower and all the problems with fire. Now you got the Panzer IV turret, which here we go. Let's pull up the Panzer IV and Panzer IIIK, a little bit better armored. Less auto pin on the sides, which is nice. And you also get more view range. So you get 10 extra view range over a Panzer IV. Of course, the Panzer IIIK is a tier 5, and by the looks of it, it gets 600 hit points, and by the looks of that, it maintains the old premium medium tank bonus of getting close to extra 200 hit points. So, which is nice. Now you got the gun from the Panzer IV as well. A longer barreled 75, the L43. Same rate of fire, same caliber, of course. And same pen value, same accuracy, and the Panzer IVK has a slight bonus at aim time. So that's kind of nice. You have 103 pen with AP, 139 with APCR, and one of the big downsides of the Panzer IIIK is that it only gets 40 rounds available. My best advice is pretty much load it half and half. Now 103, that's good enough for a lot of tanks this tank can face, but there's still plenty of others that you're going to need that little extra punch. Especially once you start factoring in distances where you just at close range you're just good enough with the AP, but at long range and even with the side shots, because now the tracks start adding up, it just doesn't quite have enough punch to go through it. One example I had with one of the games I ended up playing was I was shooting at the side of a T-29 at a distance, the hole. Just didn't have enough to go through with the AP. Fired twice, and screw it, I'm loading the APCR. You don't like it? Well, you could call someone who cares. Now, once again, let's go look back at the armor. Well, you got flat here, no real spaced armor. Flat here, no spaced armor. The only real part you will ever really bounce a shell with is this gun mantlet. I suppose little tier 3s will bounce a lot off of the front of this because reasons. But other than that, you should never expect to bounce a single round in this tank. You should always stick close to cover. With that low power to weight of almost 13, when even less once you get everything mounted, you accelerate incredibly slow. Okay, so we accelerate slow. Big deal. Well, you don't go all that fast either. You only have a 40 kilometer top speed and a 12 reverse. And I could confirm this now, and I'm going to because it bugs me. We're going to pull out a Hellcat and slam it in a TD. Hellcat, where the hell are you? Yeah, you got just as bad a reverse speed as the Hellcat. Congratulations. Alright. So, if you're looking to get out of a bad situation, you better hope RNG blesses you. Because it's not very likely. Now, you got... What do we got here? We got 38 turning track traverse with 32 turret traverse, so you won't be easily flanked, but once again, you essentially, tier 5, you got 50mm, that's paper for armor, nullifies most stirps, 30mm armor, plus what parts are counted with tracks, so, paper, and you got rear armor, which is paper, hey look, more paper. And to top it all off, we got paper, armor, paper. Armor is the gun mantlet. So, you know, if you get caught out in the open by especially tanks such as, let's just say an Easy 8, because reasons. Okay, it happened to me yesterday. And you're caught between cover for one reason or another. You weren't spotted and you started shooting people. And then you are spotted. Well, it's not easy to get from cover to cover, and with a tank like an Easy 8, or I guess even a Wolverine, or that other little bastard, the T-67, you may not make it. So, stick to cover. That is the number one thing if you gonna just be fighting. It has a interesting kind of big bloom, but when you get right into a fight, it's hit or miss. It's best if you always try to wait to let it aim and settle, but hit and miss. We got standard, that's not it. Standard is a 15 rate of fire. All said and done, you can bring it down to about 18, which brings you to about 2,000 DPM. And all said and done, most of the bells and whistles minus chocolate, you get about a 0.37 accuracy, which is pretty good. So what else we got? Alright, let's send the crew to the barracks so we can see base concealment, which, you know, this is painted, so your base concealment is about 16, 18 with paint. Then you get bring in a half decent crew, and your achievement jumps up to about 32. Still a little more to go, so I'm guessing all said and done will be about 33 stationary. Equipment. Vince, John Rember, and I am highly recommending the coated optics for this one over Gun Lane Drive. Only because it is an incredibly slow tank, and you need to see what is coming your way ahead of time, so you can shoot it. If you can see them coming ahead of time, you got all the time in the world to aim. So, it's a very slow tank. You need to see targets before it's too late. And, we got spotting, bases 350, just what little BS I got here, I got 365, it's going to be obviously more with coated optics. And that seems to be it. The only thing left is to go get a replay going.